Great cities and metropolises over there basking under the northern lights. Well, all this week we're going to Canada to find out truly what's just across the lake. Cities, even villages, are few and far between on the other side of Lake Erie. In fact, what you'll find along the lake are long stretches of farmland and beaches with not a soul in sight. You might find it hard to believe, but this greenhouse complex in Ruthvan, east of Windsor, has become a tourist attraction. This is Colasanti's Tropical Gardens. The main business is the growing and sale of flowers and plants, but it's much, much more than that.
We started the first greenhouse in 1945, and went along, we grew cucumbers and tomatoes, and then in 1972, we started into cactus.
And what cactus they are, some 12 to 15 feet high and as old as 300 years. And there are the animals. It all started with a pony and donkey for youngsters to ride while the parents shopped.
We used to notice the kids coming up from the city really got a real charge out of seeing these things alive, touching them and feeding them, you know, and so we thought, well, this is great. Let's get a few more animals in it.
The few more animals would now fill a small zoo. Besides the goats and sheep, rabbits and cows, there are the 3 Burmese pythons that stretch out for 10 or 12 feet, 2 large iguanas, and an aviary filled with exotic birds from all over the world. And, oh yes, Colasanti's favorite, Cody, the buffalo, a 1.5-year-old calf who eats out of Colasanti's hand. Sometimes hard to decide who the zoo is for, Colasanti or the kids.
It's a real pleasure to see the kids just walking in there and touching these animals, and some of these kids probably never see nothing but asphalt and cement and apartment buildings, eh?
Last year, 600,000 people passed through Colasanti's greenhouse to sit in his orange grove and have lunch, to browse through the 3 acres of plants, and the best part, the admission is free.
I think that's probably a good part of the reason, because they don't have to take a lot of money out of your pocket just to get in. And if you buy something, fine. If you don't, we're not the type of people who will look at you and kind of say, huh, he took, you know, used our facilities and didn't buy nothing.
Before you leave, also wander through the art gallery of Canadian artist Ron Suchu here at Colasanti's. Suchu's aviation paintings have brought him international attention. However, Joe Colasanti's favorite is the one that shows a family on a Sunday morning reed gathering mission. The family, you see, is Colasanti's. Again, we continue to trace the edge of Lake Erie eastward to the tiny community of Kingsville. This is one of the 2 Canadian destinations of the ferry boat from Sandusky that runs daily during the summer. While here we also got a peek at the new ferry boat, the Jimon, that will start running between Ohio and here in June. Jimon is an Indian word meaning big canoe. The new boat is about 4 times larger than the present ferry boat, the Pelee Islander. A few more miles, or kilometers as they prefer to measure distance here, is Leamington, Canada, the other dock for the daily ferry boat from Ohio. It's the kind of a small rural town where a farm tractor driving through the main street hardly gets a glance. This is the tomato capital of Canada, reflected in their tourist information booth in the shape of a huge tomato. In our next report, we'll visit a super hotel that is a playground for the whole family as we continue our special one-tank trip to see what's across the lake. I'm Neil Zerker, News Center 8.
And that's our news at 6.
Thanks for sharing your time with us. The CBS Evening News is next.
For a complete primary election.